Okay, so what are you saying, people, and welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel. So today, guys, we've got episode 3 of the 100k prop firm challenge. Today is currently Monday, the 6th of November. Last time we spoke was the 27th of October, Friday, the 27th of October. So it's been a while since I've taken any positions on the challenge, being a little bit dry, but hopefully this week could be shaping up for some nice opportunities. In fact, there's a pair I'm looking at right now, which potentially could shape up very, very soon. I'll keep a watch for that. But yeah, fill you guys in with the challenge. Of course, nothing has really happened since we last spoke. So it's still currently up 0.74% on the account. The balance is $100,744.04 to be exact. And of course, the equity is the exact same as well. So still got plenty to go on the challenge. Of course, the profit target was still looking at $7,255 left. So we're still looking at 8% as the overall target. Drawdown still 10% on the account. Average win, average loss, only taking 2 positions on the account so far. So 1 win, 1 loss, both on the Aussie dollar. So we still got a long way to go. Of course, not much stats. This is November, nothing done. But October, these were the partials. That was the win, that was the loss. So a fresh month to go again. And those are the 2 positions. So nothing really much to report on. But we do have some analysis to go through because some pairs could be shaping up for some nice opportunities later this week. Of course, I'll keep you guys posted. But pound AUD is at the top of the watch list at the moment. We're coming to a very, very nice area, essentially looking to catch the next lower high. Starting to see some nice bearish structure form as we kind of break away from the consolidation. We're starting to print some consecutive lower lows and lower highs, and with some nice momentum as well, which is a very good characteristic to spot when we are looking for our structure. And now I'm looking at price, give me another lower high, continue the pattern back down to this low here. On the daily chart, I am looking at a bigger head and shoulder pattern forming, which is this left shoulder over here, the head all the way up there, and presumably the right shoulder forming about now. So I'm expecting this neckline to eventually break for us to go and take out the wick lows and for us to come and test this area. So that's really where I'm looking for price to end up eventually with pound AUD. I'm not really looking to trade that far and hold the trade that far. Probably for the trade, I'll either look to target this low or this low, depending on the risk to reward. But that's kind of where I'm looking to target in the future, potentially even get to a second position. But as of right now, I'm looking to see if we can get some entry confirmations here. Hopefully we can push a little bit higher, tag the trend line as well. And then I'll drop to the hourly time frame for my shift momentum, bearish engulfing candle presumably. And that's when I look to take my entries. I'm also looking at its cousin, its partner in crime, Euro AUD for the exact same move, some shorts as well back down to this low. And again, looking at a retest of this area of confluence, looking to catch the next lower high. However, this one's a little bit further away, so I'm not too sure if I'll get an entry for it. So I'm more focused on pound AUD at the moment. Looking to see if we're getting higher on that pair. But if Euro AUD decides it wants to retrace up higher as well, pound AUD might fail and go higher, but then Euro AUD will come into the area of interest. Then I'll focus on Euro AUD and look to plan some trades as well. And similar targets back down to the low. This one as well failed to break through a critical level of resistance. This high over here had a few attempts. Big reaction to the downside. Let me move this out of the way. Big reaction to the downside. So simply, I'm looking at filling that range back down to that low and potentially some of these areas here as well. So pretty much the same idea for both of these similar markets, but pound AUD shaping up now. So that's where my attention lies. I also do like Euro pound as well. It looks really nice for some shorts. We just had a very strong reaction off a higher time frame level of resistance. So this big level here, which was formerly support, has now flipped itself to resistance. Big reaction there with the daily candle. Beautiful bearish engulfing, really pulling away from that level after all those wick rejections. Now I'm looking at us coming back into this low here, but with Euro pound, we are looking a little bit bearish right now. So I'm not too sure if the train has left the station and leaving me behind, or Euro pound will be kind enough to retrace, come back, test some of these areas, try and catch the next lower high, and some shorts back down to this low here will be the plan. So Euro pound, I really like the opportunity, but we just need to see if we get their retracement. And also dollar Swiss as well. Really lovely move after NFP last Friday. We had a very nice aggressive retest of this low, now turn resistance. I'm looking at potentially the next lower high over here in comparison to that high. So you had the high, the low, new lower high, presumably, of course not confirmed yet, then eventually looking at price coming back to that low. So that's the plan with dollar Swiss. Now we start creating some bearish structure here, high over there, low, lower high, lower low. So now looking at lower high, retesting that support and resistance, some nice trendline confluence, And again, looking at a similar position to target the trade, target the low there on that particular trade. So those are the main pairs I'm looking at the moment. There are a few other pairs which I do have my eye on, but these are probably at the top of the watch list where most of my attention is focused at the moment. Of course, things will move. We'll get news. Candles will move, big candles will break structure. So my watch list could chop and change as the week progresses. Some pairs will come into play. Maybe some pairs will come out the watch list. So of course, I'll keep you updated with any new positions that I'm looking to take. But so far, that is where my focus lies. Of course, pound AUD is the most, has the highest probability of setting up the soonest. So I'll keep an eye out for this one throughout the day, but I'll let you know if I do get any positions. But yeah, guys, just giving you a quick update with how everything is going so far. A little bit stale, but hopefully we can take some trades this week. So I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, guys, so I've actually gone and taken the first position since the Aussie loss a couple of weeks back. I've just hopped into pound AUD shorts, which again, I was just briefly talking about how potentially could get opportunity very, very soon. And yeah, we actually did get one. So I've hopped into some shorts at the moment, currently a little bit of a drawdown. This is the MT5, of course, Black Bull Markets there, FP demo account. Just hopped into the position there on that bearish engulfing candle. Stop loss just a few pips above the high there, and targets back down at the low. So as you can see, running roughly $14-15 in the negative there. We'll see how this trade gets going. Again, in terms of the management, I will go to break even after 1 hour, secure some partials, and then leave the rest to run to my take profit, which is down at this low. If we take a look at the trading view, because this is the analysis side of it. So this is the position I have just taken. So we had a nice wick into this level, coming to the trend line and briefly testing that support, now turn resistance, looking to capture the next lower high. We've had one over there, second, third, looking for the fourth and a push eventually to the low here, as I described on the higher time frame. But in terms of the trade, I'm more than happy to look for a push into the low. Again, if you look at the risk reward there, 1 to 3, that is fantastic for myself. Again, 1R I've marked here as my first TP. I'll go to break even there, secure partials, leave the rest to run to my final target, which is down at this low here. So that's the plan for the trade. Again, win, lose or draw. It fits the plan very, very well. Now it's up to me just to manage the position. If I take a loss, if I take a break even, or if I take a win, and of course go on to the next one. Still focus on the same pairs elsewhere as well. So I'll keep an eye on pound AUD. Not really longer focus on euro AUD at the moment because I'm in pound Aussie, dollar Swiss, euro pound though looks very, very good. So hopefully you can get some nice retracement for those pairs, but yeah, we'll be managing this trade, so I'll keep you up to date with how it goes. Okay, people, so it's currently 20 past 11, so do excuse me if I do look tired, but I've just gone break even on this pound Aussie position. Price was moving nicely to the downside, but we finally just had price kind of gap down and has hit my first target at 1R. So I have moved my stop loss to break even and have taken some partials, 25% to be exact. So if we jump onto the MT5, as you can see, this is how the position is looking at the moment. So this is where I got into the trade here. So entry was on that candle there, but it was based off that bullish engulfing. Had a nice move to the downside, and we gapped it into that 1R take profit. So I have secured some partials there and moved my stop loss to break even. Target is still remaining down at these lows, so still a long way to go. But I thought I'd give you guys an update of how the trade is progressing. This is the trading view, so this is the analysis behind it. Of course, we had a lovely retest there, lovely entry, and since then prices rolled to the downside. So still looking for a bit more of a move to the downside, and coincidentally, I'm going to break even at a pretty nice time because we do have Aussie interest rate decision at 3:30 in the morning, my time, London time. So that will definitely cause some moves for this pair. So it's a great time to go break even. Potentially could get stopped out break even, or we could wake up and prices hit my take profit. So we'll find out in the morning what has happened. But so far, it's a nice trade. Bank the partials. It's been a good trade. So I'm more thinking about the next one rather than worrying about this one. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how we are trading when I do wake up. But yeah, still a few pairs I'm looking at this week, and I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, guys, so it is the following day. It is Tuesday, the 7th of November. I am out of the pound Aussie position. I was taking out for a break even after the news hit around 3:30 a.m. London time. I was taken out for a break even. I did get slipped a little bit on the break even position I had remaining, so I did bank the partials, roughly 100 something dollars. And then I did get slipped on the break even a little bit due to the news, and I was slipped like $100, so it kind of averaged out to like $15, but due to commission it was pretty much flat on break even. But you can see the position here. If I go to the account history, of course, is the MT5. So 3 trades so far. We've got the original sell on Aussie dollar, which was a win. loss on the Aussie dollar the same week or the following week, I can't remember. The following week, and then we've got the break even here on pound Aussie, which is again $15, but we did have some commission plus swap as well, so that $15 is pretty much flat. I think we actually gained like 4 cents for on the position, which we'll see in the back end of the funding pips challenge. But yeah, I'm out of the trade. As you can see, there is the entry and the exit. So the entry there, exit was of course for the break even, and then was taken out somewhere there after this news candle there on the hourly time frame. So if we take a look at the back end of things, of course it's the dashboard. As you can see, a nice push to the upside, and we came right back down there with the P&L there, because of course we had the floating profit, but then it disappeared, coming back to take us out of break even. You can see the balance now is $100,744.08, and I'm pretty sure it was 4 cents before. Still 0.74% gain in the account, so percentage as a whole has stayed roughly the same, but I think we've gained 4 cents. So slowly pushing forward, but of course again only 3 trades on the account so far, which are these 3 trades here, so still a long way to go. So win, loss, and break even so far on the account. Still eyeing up dollar Swiss and euro pound. Dollar Swiss has finally reached my area of interest, so I am eager to look for some entries to get involved. It is currently 5:46 p.m, so it is past my trading hours. My trading hours from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m, so I'm not looking at the markets in terms of trading until the following day, until Wednesday, until London session Wednesday 8 a.m. I'll see how price is shaping up. If it's looking how I want it to, then I will of course look to take my trades, and I'll update you guys if that is the case. But we are testing my area of confidence, and again, potentially the entry signal could form at night, and I could miss the trade. The market could start falling. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I'm not here to trade every session, so I'll have to wait to see what we are looking at during London tomorrow, but it is in my area of interest, so red alert tomorrow to see what happens. And of course euro pound, this one is in my area of interest as well. It looks like we are breaking through as well. Potentially this doesn't necessarily invalidate the trade completely, because if we do come back underneath the level, see a nice candle close below, I'll still look to take that position and take some sales. But again, with this one, I won't be looking at trading it until London tomorrow. It's currently outside of my trading hours, and potentially of course euro pound may want to be bullish and continue high. If that's the case, I'll be backing away. This is my area of interest, so I've got my confidence and where I'm looking for my shorts. So if we do break through that area completely and don't get back underneath, then I'll walk away. But dollar Swiss, euro pound still looks good. Euro AUD, of course, after the news with this one, big move to the upside as well, following pound AUD, and this one has broken above my area of resistance. It's still kind of fluctuating at the trend line, but we have lost some important confluence. So again, with Euro AUD, I'm kind of taking a back seat, no longer as eager to jump into any sells. I was kind of hoping that if I was stopped out at break even for pound Aussie, that Euro Aussie could see a nice move up, test my area of confidence, of course, hold the level, and then I can take some sells, but we are trading above it, so I'm backing away from some shorts at the moment, but I will keep an eye on it. But yeah, dollar Swiss and euro pound at the top of my watch list, so I will keep up to date with these guys, how they develop into tomorrow. But yeah, so far 3 trades so far on the count, win, loss, break even, still a long way to go. Okay, so it's currently Wednesday, the 8th of November. I have been taken out for a loss in euro pound and managed to get the trade I was looking for in euro pound, but it did result in a loss. Also, I didn't manage to record the start of the trade, the entry, and analysis before, because I did have a hair appointment, but I have taken the trade and have been stopped out for a loss of 0.5% on the trade. If I zoom in on the hourly time frame, you can see the entry was there. It was based on that hourly engulfing candle, but of course I wait for my candles to close before entering. So the arrow is there, and then I got taken out for a loss with these 2 candles here, so 1 and 2. Stop loss was just above the high, taken out for a loss there. So happened pretty quick whilst I was getting my hair cut, so it was a nice surprise when I came back. But again, analysis was straightforward, as I was mentioning before. I did readjust. I was looking more at this high since the market was breaking higher. Still looking to capture the 3rd level high, 1, 2, and 3. Had a nice signal on the hourly time frame with this bearish engulfing candle, nice shift in momentum. However, the market wasn't playing ball. We did break to the upside, taking us for a 0.5% loss, or a little bit higher. If I go to the funding pips dashboard, so if we scroll down to the bottom, so these are the trades so far. So you've got the first win, the second trade was a loss, third trade was a break even, and fourth trade was a loss as well. So slightly higher than $500, but again, we're averaging out around $500 for average loss, which is again 0.5% per trade until I get to 2%, then I'll up my risk. But yeah, so far 1 win, 2 losses, and a break even on the account. Nice little equity curve: win, break even, loss, break even, loss. So yeah, still a long way to go. Only 4 trades placed on the account so far. But again, follow the plan. Was watching this trade since the weekend. It materialized how I wanted it to do so, but didn't get the entry I was looking for. And dollar Swiss, I also missed the entry on this one. We've seen some nice downside, but I did manage to get the entry of that one. So I was focusing on euro pound. Managed to get the entry, but it did result in a loss. But we'll see how the rest of the week goes. It's still Wednesday, still 2 more trading days of the week. I'm not too sure if I'll get a position. Of course, if I do, I'll update you guys. But yeah, so far the count balance, forgot to mention, count balance were 100k, well, $100,213.19. So still up 0.21%, but pretty much break even. So we'll see how the rest of the week goes. Okay guys, so it's currently Thursday the 9th of November. Just hopped into my 3rd trade of the week and the 5th trade of the challenge altogether. Some Aussie dollar longs. Aussie dollar seems to be a pair that I've gravitated towards recent times. First trade on the account was a win on Aussie dollar, then the second was a loss on Aussie dollar. Now let's see what the 5th is. But yeah, I've hopped into some longs. It was based on a nice bullish engulfing on the hourly chart. So this candle here, just hopped onto the following candle. Of course, when that candle's closed, then I entered the trade. But I based the trade on that hourly engulfing entry signal, looking for a push into a nice 4H swing high. If I zoom out, this is the high I'm targeting. I'm being a bit more conservative with my take profit. Normally I would target the high up there, but I'm being a bit more conservative because I don't trust the higher time frame price action. It looks good for a nice bounce, but I'm not too sure how far Aussie dollar will flow. But I do like the entry. The price action is very, very good. If I go to the trading view, we can go through the analysis. Don't know what happened there, but from an analytical perspective, looks like a very, very nice trade. We've got some nice confluence, 1, 2, 3, price retesting prior high there. We had a lovely impulsive leg to the upside at the start of the week. Coming into the week, I was looking for some buys in Aussie dollar after retracement. However, we had such an aggressive retracement, so it did put me off the trade for most of the week. We had such an aggressive impulse here, so we had an impulse up, impulse down. Normally not a good sign for looking to follow that move to the upside. However, since then, we've been quite corrective. We've been placing these descending channel here. And normally after this push, we normally expect to see a reaction to the upside. Of course, coming into a strong area of confluence will definitely help as well. So I'm looking for a nice push to the upside. I do have my alert set there at 1R. This is my first take profit, second take profit. So after we hit 1R, I'll go to break even and secure 25% partials and let the rest run to take me out of the trade, or take me out the trade, either I win or as a break even, but we shall see. But yeah, that's the analysis behind it. Again, we're going for a reversal here. We had a huge move to the upside, breaking through so many highs here on the left here. So I'm looking at a big break of structure, a correction, and now a continuation. But yeah, I've only just hopped into the trade, so we'll see how the trade does develop. Of course, the account balance is still $100,209, up 0.21% on the account, so basically break even. But yeah, 5th trade of the account so far. Let's see how it goes. Okay guys, so it's currently Friday the 10th of November. I have been stopped out my Aussie dollar long position for a loss, which I took yesterday. I was stopped out yesterday evening, but I was out at the time, so I didn't record it. But we had a power speech, and that caused a big movements in the market. So a lot of dollar strength, which was not good for my dollar long position. And of course, we had a big move to the downside. As you can see, this is Aussie dollar. This is where I hopped into the trade. So where zoom, I keep going to the left because of MT4, but I hopped into the trade off this bullish engulfing candle. Did see some nice momentum in my favor, but then power decided to take a little U-turn there with the market, and we came crashing down and took my stop loss out. So I have taken a loss on that position for roughly $510 or something. Yeah, $510. So that was the break even from Monday. That was a loss on Wednesday, and that was a loss there on Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday. So 1 break even, 2 losses this week. Not the best week, but again, manage risk well. And again, not every week is going to be a good week. It's not always your equity curve is going to keep flying to the upside. In trading, there's ups, downs, win, losses, losing streaks, winning streaks, break evens, all of the above. So the important thing is to be consistent with your approach to the market. Make sure you're taking the same trades and the same high quality trades, of course, all the time. But on the account so far, we've got 1 win, 3 losses, and 1 break even. 3 of those trades, of course, we took this week, but again, still very early on. Account balance now is $99,698, so overall we're down 0.3% on the challenge. So in a little bit of drawdown, but basically still break even. But again, with 0.5% risk per trade, I've got a lot of leeway. If I was to take 20 consecutive losers, I'll blow up the count, or probably 19 consecutive losers because I'm in a little bit of drawdown. But again, a lot of buffer room to play with, so it's going to be a long game until we get to the 2%, and then I can start upping my risk. But so far, that's the progress of the challenge. Still a long way to go, only 5 trades taken so far, but again, that kind of sums up this week's trading. So let's hope for a better week. Of course, I will post my analysis going into next week on the weekend, so I'll fill you in with the setups I'm looking at. But yeah, overall for the week, 1 break even, 2 losses. Let's see if we can improve next week.